S55 Sports Talk.
It's all a function of 55.
Start off with the Chargers. They are who they thought we were. I mean, they are who, we thought they were. Yeah. I fucking hate them. No, I love them still. That game against the Texans, I thought it was winnable. I don't think I'm crazy to think it was winnable.
No.
You know, we were on a good hot streak there.
I would have bet on the Chargers.
Everything all the worries that I had about the team unfolded. All the worries that every Charger fan had about the team unfolded. Weak interior offensive line, no run game, receivers who can't get open and can't catch. Those were all the main issues. And Houston, props to them, they converted on all those fucking mistakes. And they did it beautifully. And it was a good... hopefully this really opened the Chargers' eyes. This opened Harbaugh's eyes and Ortiz of how far they've come in rebuilding the roster, but how far they still need to go to finish this thing, because the holes are just glaring. People want to knock Herbert. I'm not going to knock him too much. I will say he played a shit game. He probably had his worst game all year, and the fact that it happened in the playoffs is a kick to the nuts. But do I think does that change my opinion on him? Absolutely not. I fucking love the guy. I'm happy he's my quarterback. But man, we have to help him. Like, we need to help him. Ladd McConkey cannot be your first choice. Like, he has to be your second to third. We need to spend all of the resources that we have. I think you pulled up the cap numbers the Chargers have, like around 77 or something like that million.
Yep.
A couple roster moves and you can boost that up.
They're top 10.
Yeah, you need to add interior offensive line and receiver help, because that is what lost you that game. J.K. Dobbins had 9 carries in a Greg Roman run-heavy scheme. That I don't know how the fuck that's acceptable. I don't know what the hell was happening. Gus Edwards was nowhere to be found. Kamani Vidal was nowhere to be found. Will Dissly completely sold. The one drop pass that he had that led to that it would have been a first down conversion, a huge first down conversion that kept our drive going. And then he had the obvious drop pass that led to a fucking pick six. And that was just oh God, that was just the nail in the coffin right there. I think that just makes you a cut, you know? And then QJ. All year long, we were talking about, okay, he's looking promising, and then he puts up a couple games where you're just like, oh God, it's back to QJ again. And then this game, I was like, you cannot have those kind of plays in the playoffs. That's where it's going to bite you. And it bit us. QJ, like, I saw some stat, it was like EPA or some shit. I don't even know what it stood for, but it's essentially like your like success going towards one player. And apparently the success that Justin Herbert had going towards Quentin Johnston was some of the worst numbers of everything. Because he not only dropped passes, but he dropped passes and put them in places where other defenders could have possibly made a play. That's how bad you have to be to do that.
He was terrible all year. Every time I bet on him, he couldn't do squat.
It was just everything came to a fruition, and it was just all the bad things of like that could have happened to the Chargers happened, and it was the most Charger thing that could have happened. Like, in ways, I know I sound kind of crazy. I'm glad that it did happen like that, because this really hopefully opens the eyes of our like management of like who needs to go, and like what you need to fix. Like, I don't want Quentin Johnston on my team next year. I don't think they'll give up on a first round pick after just 2 years, but buddy, I don't know. There's a lot of things that need to happen offensively. Defensively, I'm genuinely not worried. I think we're going to keep Jesse Minter, which will be huge. Harbaugh has said that he's planning on keeping everybody. We'll see how that goes. If he keeps everybody, that's a good thing and a bad thing, because Greg Roman, I don't know if I have that much confidence as him being my OC. He's this run-heavy guy, but like, for the love of God, we did not have a consistent run game all year. We really didn't. There were some games where it was just absolute duds. And JK, I don't know. that did not sit right with me when I saw that he only got 9 carries
Yeah.
that game. That's just you're shifting away from what you're about and what you were talking about what you were going to be all year, like all off season long, and you completely went away from it. And Greg Roman's not known for creating a dynamic passing game. That was like his weakness, and that's what he was left to do against Houston, who, by the way, Kamari Lassiter and Derek Stingley as your 2 outside corners are like 2 of the best in the business. It's not a good team to be doing that against with Neil Hunter and Will Anderson hunting your ass. So it was just how everything unfolded. Our interior line couldn't pick up stunts or blitzes to save their life. Herbert was getting massacred throughout the entire time. Everything just unfolded poorly. And it's a tough pill to swallow. I will say I'm genuinely surprised we got our asses kicked that much. I think we could have done a little bit more offensively just based on what I've seen, but I don't know.
Herbert threw more picks than he did all year.
He threw more. He had 4 interceptions that game, and he had 3 all year.
He looked like young.
And
He looked like he was
just
lost
did
and-
not look the same that game, and I cannot blame it all on him. The only one that I really blame him on was the missed McConkey touchdown on that first drive, and then the crossbody throw, that 50-yard bomb that he threw to QJ with a guy draped over him. I don't know why you're throwing a 50-50 ball to QJ. Makes no sense to me. That's not Mike Williams. I don't know. So
or Keenan Allen.
Shit. If that was McConkey, I would have been more comfortable. And he's 6 foot and white. He's a white, Eric. A white. And he's our best fucking receiver. So
that's why I think he was pressing. Like he doesn't really have the weapon.
No, man. The fact that McConkey and like that fucking giant touchdown that he had, he fucking mossed a dude in the front and then just ran by and then just ran straight and nobody could catch him. And you're like, okay, get 2 or 3 more of those guys. But I don't know. So
that was the slightest bit of hope.
We will see what happens. I mean, I don't know how you can be a coach and then look at QJ and be like, oh yeah, he's got another year and he can get it. I'm like, no, man, cut your ties with that guy. Your regime didn't draft him. You don't owe him anything.
True.
Like, and he kind of fucked you over. And Harbaugh today in his press conference said the team let down Justin Herbert. Like we did him a disservice. He said, and I quote, did him a disservice.
Interesting.
And I was like, whoop, that should fucking tell you right there. So hopefully they capitalize on that and they're serious because there is work to be done. I'm upset, obviously, that they lost, but in no way am I thinking tear down everything, get rid of everybody. No, we're building something here. And this is his first year. So it's like, I can't get too negative, but like, man, after seeing how the fact that we can get 11 wins with this roster, okay, I'm expecting big moves because I'm expecting Super Bowl run next year. There's nothing else to expect. I mean, the fact that we did that this year, there's only up, and next year it has to come out as wins, and we can't have the same fucking weaknesses because it's just going to kill us. So I'm going to leave it off with that. Bolt up. Sad days, but brighter days ahead, I guess. Fuck me.
Okay.
All right, Jack. Now, hey, thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate you guys being here.
If you like shit talking sports, baseball, basketball, football, we got it all here at S55 Sports Talk.
If you like, please follow us, like and subscribe for our channel.